I've just spent a month working on a game and lost all of the progress I made on it. Let's talk about why I'm not particularly unhappy about this. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and to the final devlog in this year for the roguelike development that we are working on. I figured, seeing as it's the new year coming up, it's currently New Year's Eve when I'm recording and uploading this video, and as you can probably tell by the title and intro to this video, an event has happened which has kind of scuppered the plans for this game. But we're going to talk about what we're going to do, where we're going to be going moving forward with the game, what we're going to be doing in the new year, and what the goals are for the game and for this channel. It's going to be a bit of a different video, this one. Going to be mainly talking to the camera with a couple of clips for things that have been going on, the progress that we've made over the past month, and what that kind of looks like with my work schedule and balancing game dev and life and my job and all of that stuff. We're going to be going through that stuff in the video today. So, as you're all aware from the intro to the video, I've recently just lost all of the progress that I made on this roguelike game. If you haven't been following along with the channel or with the devlogs, we have been working on this roguelike for the past month, which has been given the catch line of a game about climbing a tower to achieve ultimate glory. Progress on this game has been good. We uploaded the first devlog for this game about a month ago and started only a week before, so it's been really awesome to see all the progress that the game has made, and really awesome to see all the support that you guys out there are giving for it as well. It really means a lot being able to read through all the comments that we've been getting, being able to see the feedback that you guys are giving, how much you're interested in the game, and how much you're willing to help as well. That's really the main purpose of creating these videos in this channel in the first place, is so that I can help out anyone who wants to do games design, and anyone doing games design and development or who plays games can help out me. So I'm blown away by how quickly things are happening here. We're almost at 100 subscribers. I wanted to try and hit 100 by the end of the year, but I'm not convinced that's going to happen now, just because, you know, it kind of is New Year's Eve and I've been a bit slack with Christmas, but I digress. So let's talk about the loss of the progress that we've made on the game. I was working last night on getting the event system and menu systems fixed so that I could finalize the game loop in the game, have it so that you could actually complete levels and progress through the game, and I could at least have an endless version of the game ready to go and play in the new year. But after I saved one of my scripts, I switched back over into Unity, and lo and behold, a fatal error box popped up, and that was it. I tried opening the project again afterwards, but I couldn't load any scripts, I couldn't add any new components without it complaining about them not being valid, and basically the whole project is dead. I don't know if anyone has ever seen this issue before. If you have, please feel free to leave something in the comments about how I could fix it. The scripts themselves are absolutely fine. I can still open the files either from Unity or from a file explorer in Visual Studio. They just don't work in Unity itself. Now, this seems like it would probably be a bad thing, and to some amount of detriment it is a bad thing. You know, we've lost all of the animations, all of the menu interaction, default values, all of that stuff is gone. At the same time, I'm not too unhappy about it. Reason number one being the scripts are still intact. The coding is probably what took the most amount of time, and is certainly the least fun bit about it. As much as I love programming and creating these fun systems that I can mess about with, my favourite part of making games is being able to see all the visual elements and have the animations working, designing the menus and things like that. So I'm not too sad that I have to be redoing all of that work. It would be a lot harder, I think, if I had to redo all the code, and I think I'd probably be more in a mind to give up or move on to something else, because I have got different ideas for other games that I want to work on. The second reason why I'm not too sad about this is because of the way that I've been developing the game so far. For backstory, for anyone who hasn't been following along or anyone who doesn't know who I am, I have a full-time job which comes with a university degree because it's a degree apprenticeship here in the UK, which means I work about 37 hours a week at a normal job and a further 6 to 7 hours a week on university. In addition to that, there are also the odd uni day on a Saturday, which takes up a full day on the weekend, which I would usually use for making these videos and finishing off the final things on the game. I don't have a lot of time to be working on this game during the week. I probably have about an hour or two a day, and if I then take into account making food, spending time with family, and all sorts of other just general life things, time to be working on this game is quite slim. Because of this, and because of the way that I go about developing things, in that I set myself a target for a week and then try and get it all done so I can make a video about it on the Saturday at the end of that week, a lot of the code is rushed, and a lot of the animations are rushed, a lot of the design is rushed, and so even though it's only a prototype and I'm okay with it being rushed just for the sake of getting a proof of concept out there, it's not very good for upscaling. If you think about the future longevity of this game, come this time next year, I want to be able to hit the release button on Steam and have the game go out. Inevitably, it will have bugs, it will have things that people want fixed, it will have changes that people want, because that's just the nature of game design. There's always going to be something that doesn't work for someone, and I'm going to need to make fixes. I have a roadmap plan for different updates I want to bring in, different new features, and some kind of future vision stuff, which I'm not going to tell you guys about yet. I'm not gonna tell you, but things like that which I want to bring into the game in future updates after the release that I plan on making at the end of 2021. With the code as it is at the moment, it's very rigid. Everything depends really heavily on everything else, and it's going to be really, really difficult for me to add in new features and for me to fix bugs, because if something's broken here and I try to change it, it might break something else over here and break something over there when I fix that, and there'll be breakages everywhere, and it's a really bad position to be in for actually getting a game working and being able to maintain it in the long run. So I think in the grand scheme of things, this crash and this failure of the game, or failure of the Unity engine, is actually a blessing in disguise, because it gives me the chance to take that step back and think, okay, how can I plan this properly? And that is something that I would urge anybody making games to do, is learn some basic system design and principles of software, not just game design, but actually how software should be structured, especially if you're doing it on your own. If you're working with a developer, poke them to make sure they've done it if they haven't already, because you want to make sure that all of the components of your system are working well together, but not so much so that they need each other to be there. Because if something comes along where suddenly, for me for example, I've spent 2-3 weeks building on this player controller to now be in a position where I have to completely change it, because if I have it as it is, I won't be able to implement the multiplayer support that I want to have. So it's something to keep in mind, and again, a reason why this corruption of the Unity project is actually a blessing in disguise for me, because it means I can take the time to step back, rework everything, and kind of almost work from scratch, build from the ground up, and restructure my system so that it works as it should. So where are we moving in the new year? I had originally set myself the target of having a play testable demo by the 5th of December. Not the 5th of December, that's ages ago. A play testable demo by the 5th of January 2021. That's not very far away. I'm not going to make that target. Although I would like to push it back by maybe a week, have it for the following Tuesday, so that I can do a live stream with my brother and a couple of my friends demonstrating the game for you guys, and being able to give you a version of the game that you can play as well, at least in this early proof of concept stage, for 2 reasons. One, I want to actually give all of you guys that are supporting me something to show for what I've done, and 2, feedback is golden. You never have too much feedback when you're working on a game or on a project like this. The more input you can get, the better, because it means you can work to pleasing more people. You can never please everyone, so you should never try to do that, because you'll end up pleasing no one. But at least if you can have your core selection of people that you're targeting for the project, you can listen to what they're saying, have some key players in that, and tailor it to better suit what people are looking for. So yeah, my goal is to have that kind of proof of concept demo released on itch.io for the Tuesday after the 5th, which, what would that be? The 12th? I think Tuesday 12th of January will be when I aim to get that released by. Second thing will be a complete visual overhaul. I've had feedback in the comments about how the fonts aren't very good, and other feedback from other people about how the general aesthetic isn't very good, and I completely agree. I was never planning on keeping these things permanently. Everything that I'm doing at the moment is placeholder and quick, so that I can just get a prototype out, make sure the game itself is fun, and then move on to, you know, spiffing it up a bit, making it look nice. And that's when I will start the Steam page in early 2020, possibly around the end of January. So yeah, as far as things in the new year go, that's about it. I want to push on to try and get this proof of concept demo out as fast as I can for you guys, so that we can start getting some feedback through, getting some more versions out, getting some proper beta testing going, and actually having more of a fun game going. Like I say, progress is kind of slow because of having work full-time and also university. It's kind of hard to balance everything and be able to get loads of stuff done in a week when I don't have that much time. But I'm going to stick to the weekly uploads on a Saturday, and yeah, hopefully we'll have some more stuff going on in the new year, and hopefully it'll be a bit of a better year as well. 2020's been weird to say the least, but for the most part I think we've made the most of it, and I certainly plan on not stopping in the new year. So I want to just say thank you again to everyone for the support on this channel. If you like the content, please hit the subscribe button so you can get notified of when we upload new devlogs, and stick along with us for this game dev journey. If you want to leave us any feedback, please leave a comment down below, and be sure to go and check out the rest of the devlog videos that we've done so far, and also tune into our live streams every Tuesday at 8 PM GMT. Until the next one, cheers guys.